What's going on, y'all? Let's send this link out, then we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, boom. Link sent out. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, what's going on, y'all? All right, we're about to go over these pairs. So there's a few pairs we're looking at. We're going to look at these indices really quick because we have a few pairs doing some retracements. Yeah, that's a huge push to the upside. So we do got some news today. Just a couple news events. So we got USD news at 8:30, then 8:45. We have FOMC, and at 10 a.m. we got some more USD news. So we have like 3 all in New York session. So it's going to be very interesting what happens with these pairs today. We're about to look at the currency pairs because these pairs are all retracing right now. Me and members entered 2 trades last night. They both hit a few TPs. GJ's hitting this level here. Yeah, yet again. Yeah, so today's going to be interesting because we're yet again at a strong support resistance level. So I want to see if price can break that level. So basically with this, I'm either going to wait for price to break past 166.15, or I'm going to wait to see how price reacts around like 165, like 40, 165.50. But if it breaks below that, we do have this imbalance here. So we could see some retracements happen today. Price is bullish though, so I do want to look for buys, but it's kind of been funky the past couple of days, and I think they did that on purpose. So we're just going to have to watch and see what price is doing. It is trying to push up though, so if we can hold this level, I'm not against a buy because we went for a buy right here yesterday. So yeah, we're just going to be watching that. Me and the members, we entered a Euro JPY last night. We're going to go ahead and pull that up. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so we're in this currently. And then we also entered Euro AD. Didn't do as well as Euro JPY. I think we hit like the first TP and then it reversed back on us. I'm still looking at sales mainly because right here. So I did patiently wait. I kind of saw this coming. I knew this was going to happen, but I waited to see if it was going to hold, and it did. But I'm looking for sales here. If it holds underneath like 63.60, I'm still going to look for sales. But if it breaks back above there, then this could just be a higher low, this movement right here. But if it holds as resistance, then we can look for sells here. Yeah, but as you can see, a lot of pairs are kind of just retracing or retesting levels. And we got a lot of USD news today. And usually USD news affects a lot of currency pairs, especially the ones we trade over here. So just going to be another day. But regardless, news or not, we're still going to do the same thing, which is just, what you call it, just patiently wait for the setups and trade off our levels. Yeah, so same thing with this. This is the same situation we're talking about with EA. If it holds underneath this level, we can look for sells. But if it breaks above these levels, we can look at possible buys. And we're all on all these pairs at levels of traffic all in the same day. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Let's go back to GJ though. I'm going to put my other screen in a second. I just wanted to pull up the chart so y'all can see what's going down. And then, of course, in a little bit, we're going to go over yesterday and this week. But y'all should be able to see it on y'all's screen right now, how we did last week, how we're doing this week so far. And then if you click the first link in the description, join the free Telegram, you can see everything from literally since, we started the playbook. So definitely make sure to check that out. But yeah, GJ's just been chilling here all Asian session because we're on the 15-minute time frame. So every one of these candlesticks is a 15-minute candlestick. So, every 4 candlesticks are hours. This is, a very long time. And if we're on the 4-hour, you can see how long it's been just chilling under here. So right here, so we zoom out. And I see the comments. I'm going to catch you to the comments in a second. We're bullish. Did a little retest here. Hit a high, rejected, and struggling to break this level right here. So if we can break this level, we can continue to the upside. But if not, we're kind of getting stuck in another box like we were in, I believe, like earlier this week or last week, one of the two. But yeah, it's kind of just chilling here. So we're just going to patiently wait and see what happens. Again, we don't really have anything going down today in the London session. Only thing we got going down is later on in New York, USD news. So yeah, we're going to be waiting and just watching these pairs. That's what I was looking at, Euro AUD. Yeah, but I'm going to pull up my other screen. But let me catch you to these comments. Thoughts on NAS? I got you. Hey, Phil, I'm doing good. How about you? What's going on, Lyra? All right, you're talking about NAS. You can look at NAS. So same thing. It's not one of my levels yet. So I'm not really looking at an entry yet. I usually start paying attention when they actually hit one of my levels. But let's go ahead and zoom out and see what's going down. So if we look at price, we're clearly bullish. So I will be looking for buys. Only way I would look for sells is if realistically the price breaks below and holds underneath like 12,945, 12,940. Then I look for sells. Short term though, because we have a small little box here, but we also have a strong support at around like 12,970, 12,960-ish. But we are overall bullish. So right now we're just struggling to break through this level of traffic to the left, which again, if we look at a bunch of these pairs, we're going to see that that's a reoccurring situation, which is not cool. But overall, price is bullish. So I'm looking for buys. But right now, it's in between my ideal price level. So might pay attention to it every now and then. But going to be waiting. So if we can break this level, we can look for buys, but that probably will be until a couple hours from now, or not until the news. So we'll see. This would be a nice move if it is the full move. But yeah. So right now we're just going to pay attention to GJ, the New Zealand pairs, and the AED pairs. But GJ, as you can see, is rejecting. Meta members are still in profit on EJ though. Those just joined the stream, we haven't entered anything yet. All right. Make sure to hit that first link in the description though. Join the free Telegram. You see the record. We're going to pull it up on the screen in a little bit. Just wanted to go through the charts really quick to see what's going on and see if there's any possible setups right now. But as we can see again, another pair that's been chilling at a key price level all Tokyo session. So they're probably waiting until the news pops up. But strictly looking at the pairs, again, at a level of traffic, huge drop to the downside, just like how we saw with EN, EA, all that good stuff. So am leaning towards sales a little bit, but that's if price can break this level. But if it holds this level, as we see, it's a very strong support level. We could see price shoot back up, but that doesn't mean the downtrend couldn't continue. It could just retrace, fill this imbalance and drop down. But overall, it is still bullish. So if it holds these levels, I'm going to watch and see how it reacts to this golden level here and this daily level. But ideally, if it breaks above this level, then I want to look for buys. But yeah, I'm watching this right now. This wouldn't be a terrible position for a buy though. But again, we have another pair that is at a position where it could potentially start the reversal. And like I said before, like literally like maybe 5 minutes ago, we're going to see this a reoccurring thing going down right now. But we're still going to wait though, because it's kind of been like that all week. And, you know, wait a little bit around 3:30, 4 o'clock. A setup rises, and, you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, we're just patiently waiting. It's kind of chilling right here though, so we're going to see what happens. So we're just going to flip back and forth. I'm going to have the indices and stuff on my other monitor. But yeah, as you can see, nothing's really at a good position for entry. So we're just going to be chilling. Yeah, but EJ is kind of stuck at a level of traffic, but it's still trying to push up though. Where we saw with GJ, it was not doing that. Put this one too. See what's going down. And we got this one. Same thing, chilling on this daily level. I gotta update these daily levels. Yeah, so we're just gonna be patiently waiting. Let's see what's going on with GA. Yeah, so you can see it a lot more clearly here. Well, let's go on a naked chart. If I can remember which one's a naked one. All right, cool. So you can kind of see it here. There's a huge imbalance, engulfing candle, whatever you want to call it, to the downside, and then it broke a key daily price level. All right, so that's what is making me consider waiting a little bit before jumping into a buy. And plus, it's a Friday with a bunch of news going down, so fake outs can definitely happen before that news pops off. But we could also be right and have it continue to pump in our favor like gold did yesterday when we entered before the news. But gold was a little bit more obvious of a buy than this is. It wasn't like at a place where we could see a possible reversal. I mean, technically it was, but it was still a pretty good buy setup here. We entered this live yesterday. It was a nice move here. A nice 1 to 2 risk to reward, a little bit more than 1 to 2. So we made double what we risked. All right, so we risked $50. We made $100. We risked $10. We made $20. We risked $100. We made $200. All right, and then we might as well pull it up because it's slow right now. So this is how we did yesterday. All right, we took 3 trades yesterday. 2 trades was during Tokyo session. 1 we held going into New York. Another one wicked us out. Then we enter this one live. All TVs hit. We caught 2,300 pips on gold yesterday, 230 points. GJ, we caught 66 pips. All TVs hit. The EN TB3 got hit. We caught 28 pips. Total 2,394 pips. 3-0 that day. Click here. Everything's documented in real time from when the trade was posted, reaction, how many people viewed and or enter the traders when TPs get hit in real time, all that good stuff. And then if we scroll up, we can see how we did on what you call it. The day before that, we only took 2 trades. 1 trade hit TP1, the rejected us hit SL. Then the second trade was the members only play, which was a jerk 30 play. All TPs hit, we got 13,800 pips. This was another trade we entered on the news day before the news. And when the news popped on, it pumped in our favor. I'll pull it up here. So this was gold. And this was gold after the news. And I actually was live with the members yesterday during this, and we broke down this. We also broke down the indices, and the indices actually ended up doing exactly what was discussing as well. And it's recorded and it's dropped in the channel. But you're interested in seeing that, not the whole thing, because we talked about some stuff that strictly for the members, but you are interested in seeing the clip of us breaking it down, and then before the news pops off and all that, I can drop that for you on the free Telegram. Just let me know. But yeah, so it was a good day yesterday to answer some questions with the members and students, went over some stuff, saw the charts, let them see how the charts react in real time with the news, all that good stuff. But yeah, so we're just going to be watching. The main pairs we're going to be watching is GN and GJ. We're basically just going to wait and see if it's going to do a move. But I'm also, in the back of my mind, not going to be too shocked or surprised if price, decides to chill before New York, because it is FOMC day. So it is a high chance that it could do that. Because with FOMC days, a lot of the time, especially USD pairs, they will just take a nap until a little bit before the news or until the news, pops off. And we've seen it happen many times. We've seen it happen last month when we had FOMC, whatever day we had that. I don't know. But we saw that happen last month. We also saw the ADP. But FOMC, definitely, we're going to see some volatility. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I can think of a news day that was FOMC that didn't create volatility in the markets, and I don't think I can. So, and even if it was a time, it's 9 times out of 10 it is going to cause some volatility. So I'm not going to be too surprised or shocked if price kind of does this until pre-New York around 6 a.m. or until right before the news, 8 o'clock and stuff like that. And the plus has also been doing some big moves. And also, again, if we look at gold, gold is very close to making an all-time high. And I know they're kind of stalling to avoid that happening. As we can see here, like had this huge shot up, rejected, came back up. Oh, not yet, not yet. Then we entered yesterday, broke through, and then it's just literally chilling here. Like this line here would be the high. So like it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Could see the bullish momentum continue because this is a very strong high right here, or we could see a reversal. But nonetheless, we've literally been catching these buys the entire way, and we also caught these sells the entire way. If you go back to the live streams or just go into Telegram to these days, literally we caught the entire sell here, we caught the entire buy here, and before that sell, we caught the entire buy here as well. So we basically been tracking this down, and I just been thinking, I'm like, man, and I've said this before, I'm just like, man, imagine if we swung this, but I can't do that. Maybe one day, but or maybe I have to like, I don't know. I like to pull my money out. I don't like to hold trades longer than like 2 or 3 days, and even in 2 or 3 days, that's not because I want to. That's just me being forced to patiently wait for a setup. You know what I'm saying? We had a few of those situations happen before, where we entered a trade and took like literally 2 or 3 days to do the move because we're stuck in level of traffic. So it does happen sometimes. Yeah, so like as y'all can see, nothing much is going down right now. So we're just gonna keep flipping back and forth and seeing what's happening. We didn't enter this at all. This was just a trade idea. It looks like it could potentially still try to do that. But again, could see retracement up like we went over earlier with EA, same thing with GA. We zoom out, we can see on the daily time frame how we're extremely bullish. We've been catching these buys as well, as you can see here. And then also going to free Telegram. But has this huge engulfing candle, broke through multiple key levels. So a retest and expecting, I don't know if I want to go for a buy though, because it could hit this level then reject, or it could hit this level then reject. Now granted, this could still be a good amount of pennies for a buy, but just the way I like to trade, I like to go like with the direction price is going overall and not really against the trend. So I'm just going to wait and see how price reacts going up. So if price breaks above these levels, I look for buys, but I see price rejecting going down, I'll feel more comfortable going for a sell because that will show me that price is potentially doing a reversal. And if it's the momentum is reversed to the downside and I go for a sell, I'll have a higher chance and likelihood of price going my way, even if it struggles a little bit. And a good example of that is gold. Gold struggled a little bit until the news came out. And then what happened? Because we went with the overall direction of price, went with probability, all these things, you know, it was choppy, 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 and eventually it broke through. But yeah, we're just patiently waiting right now. As we can see here, I might pull up some other pairs just to see if there's anything else with some action going on. But yeah, media members are in EJ right now. We're currently still blue, but it's doing pretty much the same thing GJ is doing. Looking at the indices on my other screen. Whoops. Yeah, so NAS is right underneath that daily level. The new 15 is about to start though, so we're still gonna be on here for a few more candlesticks. And we're gonna see what happens. But like I said, due to the news going on today, I'm not going to be too shocked or surprised if we just have to wait till New York to enter some trades. Because, like I said, especially with F1C in the past multiple times has made the markets wait until that news event before things pop off. So I'll not be too shocked if that happens. Mm-hmm. All right, new 15 just started. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm gonna keep an eye on these indices though, because if they break that level, I'm gonna go for a buy. Still got a little bit of work to do though. Yeah, so we see EJ rejecting. So we're about to look at the other currency pairs to see if they're rejecting as well. Yes, that's the game plan right now. So I'm marking up my other charts on the indices on my other screen, and then we're going to flip to the other currency pairs and see what's going down. Those just joining the stream, we haven't entered any trades yet on this stream. Me and the members entered some trades last night during Tokyo session. You see on your screen how we did last week and how we're doing this week so far. We pulled up the Telegram earlier. We're going to do it again in a little bit. We went over the charts, went over the game plan for the stream, went over the game plan potentially for the indices and gold. And now we're just patiently waiting for some setups. Yeah, but we have a huge imbalance on US30, so kind of. Yeah, so I'm not against retracements. As y'all know, I'm a fan of retracements. That gives us more pips to hedge and a higher chance of price going our way. So I have no problem with retracement. I have no problem patiently waiting a little bit. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Yeah, so this is rejecting. So we're about to look at these other pairs. It's still pumping up. Let's look at GN. Look at Euro New Zealand first. Yeah. Yeah, so everything's just chilling right now. But the indices are slowly trying to move. But like I said, we got some key levels, we got some imbalances. So right now we're just patiently waiting like usual. But right now we see a lot of either price just chilling here, and then we see the indices doing some retracements, and then we also see a few currency pairs doing some potential retracements as well. So we saw EJ rejecting, so EJ is probably doing the same thing. Yep, and that's what we see. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting what happens, but we still got the 4 o'clock hour, and then we have the pre-market hour, and then of course we have news. So it's gonna be definitely interesting. So we're kind of in this box right here. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, we're gonna if it comes here, we're gonna look for buys again because it's rejected and respects this level of support multiple times. Not really gonna consider, and also this is an extremely strong support resistance level, as we can see right here. Right where we're at currently is also a good one. We can see that here, price is low, harsh rejection. We can see this blue level here, price hit it, harsh rejection. This level again, price hit a harsh rejection. Now this is the same level we're playing around at, and right above this level, we see a harsh rejections, and we see levels of traffic forms here. So again, if you look to the left, it's going to explain what's happening in the present and what's potentially happening, or what's going to potentially happen in the future. All right. If you're ever confused on what's going on in the chart, you don't know, you can't really figure out what's going on, you simply got to zoom out, grab your mouse, and drag it to the left. That's all you got to do. All right, that's all you got to do, because price is always going to give hints and explain what's going on. And then you combine these key levels, then you're always going to know where price is going, what the range is, where price is, also where price will show a harsh rejection or not. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but this is ranging right here as well. New 5 minutes just started. All right, so GA is dropping back down. So yeah, if we can break back below this level, I will go for a sell. Not against that. We saw a lot of attempts to make a new high. We see a lot of wicks from this 4 hour. Then exhaustion after struggling for literally days to make a new high. The exhaustion caused this drop down, hit the strong support level, which caused it to shot back up, but it failed again to make a high, then drops back down. So this would be a good spot for a low, or price could retrace back up. This is where I would ideally like to look for a sell, but again, if it breaks below this level, I'm not against a sell here as well. But again, like I said, I'm a fan of retracements, so I'm not going to pull the trigger too early. Because my strategy, we catch multiple candlesticks, so the move's not going to happen in one candlestick. So going to just patiently wait to see A, if price can break below this level, and then B, if it can hold, and then C, we'll go from there. But if it struggles to even do any of the above or any of what I said beforehand and pushes back up, that's completely fine, because I know the next level that I'm going to be looking for a setup at. So that's how that goes. All right, and that's the best way to trade. You should never be on the charts feeling pressure to be in a trader, to enter trader, to take a trade. All right. You don't control the charts. You don't control the market. The market don't care what you're trying to do. They don't care how your day is or how your day went. Doesn't care how your week went. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take everything out of it. You got to take your personal feelings. You got to take what you got to take hope out of it. You got to take the crossing your fingers out of it. You literally just have to be cool, calm, and collected. And the best way to be cool, calm, and collected is to know what you're doing, know what you're risking. All right, but a lot of people, myself, used to be included, would not know what I'm risking or what I'm doing. So, of course, if I don't know what I'm risking, don't know what I'm doing, 9 times out of 10, I'm over leveraging, don't know how to count pips properly, don't know how to read the charts. I don't know if I'm in drawdown. I don't know if I'm a go back blue or not. Like, if I don't know all this, it's all these unknowns, I'd be nervous and freaking out, and like it'll be hard for me to hold and manage trades as well. But because I understand what's going on at all times, whether I'm in drawdown or not, whether a trade goes my way or not, it takes a lot of that emotional that emotional stuff out the way. All right. And that's the hardest part, because you can have a good strategy, but if you don't have the discipline, and the emotional control, you're going to struggle. That's with trading and life in general. But yeah, so we're going to see if we can break this level here. It's definitely looking like it's trying. We're going to go back to GN as well. See what's going on there. Yeah, so GN is still doing that. Yeah, so ES rejecting as well. Yeah, EJ rejected all the way back down. Yeah, Yeah, so we're going to see how this 4 o'clock hour looks and see if things start to pop off there. But if not, again, like I said, we might just have to wait a couple more hours or until New York session and or the news starts. But that is fine. You know what I'm saying? We got a new 5-minute about to start in a couple seconds. Yeah, I'm liking GA though. It's still trying to drop down. So we're going to see if it can break below that level and hold. And if it can, we're going to look for the confirmations. And, we like what we see. We're going to jump in on that. Very simple. We already did the analysis. We know what the trend is. We know what's going on all the levels. We have these key levels marked off. So now that we've done the analysis, all we have to do is just patiently wait for the setup. We know we know multiple different price levels where we can look at to enter. So now we just have to patiently wait for price to come to those levels and wait for those confirmations, see if price can do what we're looking for. That's simple. That's simple. So right now we're watching GA, we're watching GN. We're still gonna watch the JPY pairs. We're gonna watch the indices too, but like I said, the indices are kind of ranging right now. So I'm gonna put GA back up for y'all. Yeah, so we're gonna see what this next 15 looks like. So we're gonna keep this on this screen. This is a part of trading. This is a big part of trading that no one really be talking about. Is the patience part of it. You watch a video on YouTube, mine included of a trade breakdown or something like that, or even like my live trading. That's still obviously edited and clipped out. You know what I'm saying? There are some occasions where we jump straight on stream and it enter trades immediately, but that's not an everyday thing. And that's with any strategy, scalping included. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just have to patiently wait for those setups. Because again, you got to think about these are real values, these are real currencies, stuff like that. Price can't always 24/7 do huge pumps and huge moves. Sometimes price has to stay at a certain range, so like the economy don't crash or some crap, or in this case for certain news events, so they can have whoever they want to read that piece of paper that they got, so they can make the money do what they wanted to do. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok though, y'all. Y'all should see on the bottom of y'all screen. Playmaker_ways to Instagram. My bad, I was reading something. My bad, y'all. I'm reading something. Interesting. All right, but nonetheless, yeah. So we're just watching this pair. I'm going to see what happens. It's been a great week so far, though. Even though we didn't trade Monday, it's still a great week so far. I'm looking at some other pairs on my other screen. Multiple screens right now. I'm looking at 3 pairs right now. Yeah, so we got a new 15 about to start in about 10 seconds. So we're about to see what that's talking about. So yeah, we're just gonna be watching GA, watching GA on my other screen. I'm watching the indices as well, but they're actually rejecting that level and retracing like we was talking about. So yeah, we're just gonna pay attention to this. We're just gonna see if it can break this level. So when price comes to one of our key price levels, gets close or touches it, that's when we want to pay attention and see what's going on. You know, when price is ranging, especially in the middle of it, we want to look and pay attention to another pair. We want to find a pair that's near a level so we can pay attention to that. But not just because it's near a level, we still got to do a proper top-down analysis on the bigger time frames and all that. But we already did all that stuff. So that's why the next step is, you know, patiently wait for price to come to your levels. So we're just waiting right here to see if it can break this level. If not, that's completely fine. Because we're already up for the week. We're up for the year so far. There's no reason to try to force some setups. Because again, we don't control the markets. So it's very important to just patiently wait. Yeah, but the JPY pairs are rejecting right now, so I did get wicked out. So now I'm just watching to see how they react, either looking for a possible re-entry, or if it's reversing, just gonna let them do their thing. But like we went over, we are at strong levels of traffic, and a retracement isn't terrible because they have been doing some crazy pumps. But yeah, and that'll work out for us too, because by the time it's New York, it is a retracement. That gives more pips to catch. Yeah, but GA is chilling right here. Then GA is still ranging as well. Like I said, I'm looking at the JPY pairs. They're all dropping as well. So we can look at that really quick because right now, ain't much movement going on a lot of these pairs unless they're making rejections or unless rejections are happening. All right. So you see the pairs that we could potentially see like new direction that they're ranging, or they're at key price levels where we can see the continuation. We're seeing rejections, right? But with other pairs, it's just literally dancing and ranging, right? So this, like many other people, were most likely in buys either from earlier this week, yesterday, or Tokyo session. So right now, they're taking people out, me included. But I didn't end out a red because again, we was in profit. So that's the goal, right? If you don't close when you're high up, or if the price hasn't hit that level you want it to, once you're up a certain amount or once you're past a certain level, whether that's price wise, uh, dollar wise, that's up to you. And it's up to, it depends on a few things. So just to keep it simple, you decide between the two. But if a trade is blue, you should not let it turn red. All right, of course, there's a few exceptions to that, but that's another secret to how to stop like the inconsistent months of you just ranging back and forth, or all the break even months, is those days where price doesn't do that move yet, but you took some profit, or you was break even. Those days, instead of those days turning from you slightly blue and it reverses and it hits stop loss and it ends up a loss instead of a break even or a slight win day, that those days make a difference when it comes to account growth. But right here, we can also look for a buy here. So again, retracements I have no problem with. All right, so we're going to see how price reacts when it hits that level there. But we're about to go back to GA. Let me flip back to GA because GJ's got some stuff to do. Yeah, so if we can hold this level, we can look for a sell. But I'm not against the retracing back here to the strong support level. I'm not against that either. I'd like to see that happen because I'll give some more pips to catch, and that'll knock that out, so we don't have to worry about that doing it later or trying to reverse on this to try to hit that later. But as we see, price is still chilling here. We're looking at GN too. GN's doing the same thing as GA. So yeah, we're just patiently waiting. Again, we got 10 minutes to the 4 o'clock hour. So we're going to see if things pop off then. So we're just patiently waiting. But we are seeing some movement happen on some of these pairs now. Those just joined the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. Me and the members entered 2 trades last night. You see the record of last week and this week on there. Go ahead and click that first link in the description. Join a free Telegram. That way, you can see everything yourself. We're going to pull it up again in a second. Just want to watch these pairs really quick to make sure we don't miss anything. But as you can see, price has kind of just been taking a nap. Yes, we're patiently waiting. And again, this is part of the game. So when you're trading on your own, like I said, if I was on a stream, I'd be doing other stuff. Like, you know, either editing some videos, working on my other businesses, watching something, playing a game, stuff like that. Like you're not just strictly staring at a chart. Obviously, again, when price comes to levels that you're waiting for, that's when you want to, you know, scoot your seat up and lock in. But it's not like you're just sitting there bored and silent. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like that. You really just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Sparky? I see you in here. So yeah, we're just watching this right now. We're doing this because, like I said, all those other pairs, they're just, you know, ranging, doing their thing. So we're gonna let them do that. Yeah, the JPY pairs are dropping down. So we're gonna look at those later. But yeah, we're just watching these. So I got GN on my other screen. I'm watching the indices as well, and we got GA right here. So we're just patiently waiting. All right, we're seeing some action now. Yes, I'm typing these up. That's why I'm quiet. I'm typing these trade ideas up just in case we do enter these. All right, so Yeah, we're about to see what's about to pop off. Like I said, we got the 4 o'clock hour about to pop off. We're slowly inching down. Again, we're not going to just jump in as soon as we break below. We still got to wait and see how price reacts once we're under there. But I am about to go ahead and write this trade idea up just in case. And I'm going to go ahead and post this disclaimer in the free Telegram. So make sure to click the first link and join that so you can make sure to read that. It's the same disclaimer I post every day, but make sure to read it because it's going to explain kind of how the TPs work, how you should go about trading in general, and a few other things. So make sure to check that out. But just give me 1 second, y'all, because I'm writing some trade ideas up. Because we might be seeing some volume pick up shortly. That's a decent stop loss. 85.15. Maybe put it a little higher. We can do 85.20. Just to be on the safe side. Line is. It's going to be about a 50 pip stop loss. Pretty standard stop loss for the currency pairs lately. So, yeah, we're going to see what happens this next 15. So, we're going to flip through these other pairs really quick just so y'all can see what I'm seeing. Because, like I said, I got a bunch of screens on my face right now. But this is what's going on with GJ. It's retracing. So, we're going to see how it reacts to this level here. This is what's going on with GN. I got this on my other big screen. If I can learn how to spell. There we go. But yeah, it's just chilling here. You know what I'm saying? Nothing new there. Gonna pull up NAS because I know someone was asking about NAS earlier. Well, let me go on the right chart first. That'll help us out, right? But yeah, so NAS is still chilling right here. Still chilling. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Not gonna give it any pressure. This was going on right here. So that's why I was like, we're just gonna look at the currency pairs because ain't much going on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna watch in GA. Actually, I want to see what EA is looking at too, because like I said, we went into that yesterday. We hit a couple TPs before rejected. And again, we went in that pretty early. But yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too crazy. I might just enter 1 or 2 trades additionally before the news. I try to do like a couple per session. That's if the opportunities are there, of course. So yeah, we got a couple minutes until the next 15. And we're gonna see if we can jump into something. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, but it's just chilling on this level. It's literally touching that line. And again, it's doing what it did the last candlestick. And what we've seen right here, literally touched this level, rejected, closed right above this orange level, which is why we have this orange level marked off. Now we see it hitting this level, it's rejecting, and we're going to 5 minute. You can see it a lot better. Hit this level, rejected, literally closed above it. We're retesting right now. I'll see if it can close and stay below it. Treat this level as resistance and then drop down, because so far it's been treating the level as a support. So we're trying to see if it can break and hold. But again, like I said, if it rejects this level, we'll just look for a sell right here. You know what I'm saying? But since it's showing like it's trying, or at least it's attempting right now, that's why we're scooting up right now and we're just paying attention. But yeah, so we're just patiently waiting right now. All right, we just broke through. We got a new 15 about to start. Our new 15 started. All right, so we're seeing some movement now. Yeah, so we're gonna see how this goes. Like I said, we broke down the levels. We broke down what we're looking at, the possible scenarios, the possible situations. All right, so we know exactly what we're looking at, what to expect right now, and what we're looking for. All right, and it's been a little while, so if y'all haven't already, make sure to read that disclaimer. All right, the members, and y'all were in the live yesterday, the recording. We went over in more detail, in more depth, and in more detail about the disclaimer and why it's so important. All right, so y'all already know that. But GA is slowly dropping down. So again, like I said, we're just going to wait and see if we can hold underneath this level. And if we can hold underneath this level, and if I like what I see, we'll enter. But these are the only pairs we're going to be looking at right now. I got GN on my other screen too. But these are the two pairs we're going to be looking at because everything else is just doing what it's doing. You know what I'm saying? So we're just going to pay attention to those. I'm watching EJ though as well. It is raining. It's been raining since yesterday where I'm at. And I just hear it outside. Yeah, but it looks like GA is trying. But we got the 4 o'clock hour candle. So we're going to see if things are going to pop off. So we're just patiently waiting right now. Yeah, but GN and GA are looking exactly the same. I can switch to GN really quick just so y'all can see what's going on behind the scenes. All right. So this is what's going on behind the scenes. So you can see it's trying. It's trying. But again, we can move this up a little bit. Yeah, so we're watching GA, we're watching GN, and I'm flipping through other pairs as well just to see updates on other pairs. But these are going to be the main two if we do enter, if they meet the confirmations, you know what I'm saying? And GA just did, so we're going to see what the next 5 minute looks like, how it reacts, and how this 15, how it reacts with this 15. But GN's dropping as well. So like I said, a 4 o'clock candlestick, 4 o'clock hour, we're seeing some movement happen now. So again, we're not jumping the trigger yet. We're still waiting to see if we can hold underneath there, but we are a lot closer than we was at the beginning of the stream. So I'm about to set these up. And if they can hit the prices I'm looking at, we'll jump in. Yeah, so I got set numbers I'm looking at, and if they hit those numbers, I'll not be against entering. Again, we could see possible retracements before the news, just if you go into bigger time frames. So we do have to acknowledge and anticipate that as well. But this also wouldn't be a terrible spot for a low. We did fill up this imbalance here. So this wouldn't be a terrible spot for a low. Well, at least on the 50, we didn't do the full thing, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, confirmations are met. I'm not against entering the trade either. which is why we patiently wait. Because again, the move's not going to happen in one candlestick or in 10 seconds. It's going to take multiple candlesticks, right? So that's why I have no issue patiently waiting a little bit. Yeah, but I do got these trades written up. Like I said, I'm waiting for the confirmations to be met. We are a lot closer, but they have not been met yet. We're a lot closer on GA. So new 5-minute did just start. But as you can see, you can literally see it rejecting that orange line, which is why we're waiting to see if they can break under and stay underneath. Because they can hold underneath this, where it's literally struggled multiple times to one touch and hold. And we see this is where price hit last time before the pivot up. And then we also see here what happened. So we can see this is clearly a strong level. And that's why we have this marked off. All right, we see price literally touched it and it's retracing up, which is why we have this level marked off. We're almost at 700 subscribers, y'all. Make sure to hit that sub button. All right, but while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and link some videos. All right, some videos are going to help y'all out. All right, the first one. We're going to do it a little bit different today. All right, we're going to do it a little bit different today. And also, while you're watching, since nothing's popping off, go ahead and click my profile and explore as well. All right, but GN did just break the level, and so did GA. So I am liking what I'm seeing here. Yeah, these are moving. Yeah, so I'm going to enter this. Yeah, I like this. I'm going to enter this. It could retest the next 15, but I like this right here. I like this. So I'm about to post this. I'm just watching to see who's going to retrace a little bit. I like this right here. Yeah, I like this right here. So I'm about to post the TPs. All right, so I'm going to post the TPs for y'all right now. Yeah, so I saw that happening, but it did that drop. So that's kind of showing me that it kind of wants to push down. So yeah, we're going to see if we can do that. Yeah, so we're in this right here. All right. So it's doing exactly what it was talking about. It's doing the retest, but I still like this for a sell here. I'm on the wrong time frame. There we go. I was like, why does it look like that? That looks a lot better. Yeah, that level deep. Yeah, I like this right here. So we got a new 15 about to start in about 5 minutes. We got a new 5 minute that started. So let's go ahead and look at some other pairs as well. But like I said, we're not about to jump in a bunch of pairs, especially with the bunch of news going on in New York. But we also see GJ hit this level here. So this is a possible buy setup here as well. But it's kind of funky right here. But it is bullish. But it's kind of funky right there. Let's see what the EJ's up to. And EJ broke that. Your AD's up to. All right, so we got a few minutes to the next 15. Let's see what that's looking like. Yeah, but the indices are rejecting that level, so we're not going to look at the indices right now. We'll look at those in a couple hours when we get closer to New York. Mm-hmm. It's raining hard outside. There's a new 15 about to start. Yeah, so we're just going to be in this one. I might enter maybe one other trade, but again, I'm not entering too much because we're already up for the day. Me and the members entered 2 trades last night during Tokyo. So like I went over before, looking at this, we did a huge rejection here. So if it can hold this level, we can look for a sell here. But if it doesn't hold this level, it's most likely going to retrace up to around 85.40-ish, and then we could look for a possible sell there. So that's what I'm looking at. If it holds this level, we're looking for a sell here, or it could retrace up to here, and then we look for possible sells here. If it breaks up, it could possibly break past this, but I kind of see it holding this level. That's kind of what I see here. But that's why I was patient waiting to see if it break that level. It did do a harsh like drop, but it did react to this wall here. It's rejecting up, but we're going to hold this to SRTP gets hit, and we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. And then, like I said, I was looking at the indices. I'll pull that up, but they're kind of rejecting levels and retracing, so we're just going to let those retrace and then go from there. So we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. The 15 just started. All right, so we got a retest going on. I'm looking at some other pairs as well. We're going to see if it's going to hold that as resistance or not. That's what we're trying to look and see. Yeah, but GJ has put itself in another box. I'm looking at that on my other screen. It's the same stuff we was talking about before. That was us here at least about 10 minutes ago. Nothing's really changed. I'm just still looking. Let's observe and see what's going on. But yeah, so the indices, we're going to leave those alone for now. I'll look back at them in the next hour or two. But like I said, we do have news going on today. So price could kind of be ranging, or we could see some retracements and reversals happening before New York pops off. But at 8:30, we got USD news. Then 8:45, got FOMC. And then at 10 o'clock, we got another news event. So literally like the first like 2 hours of New York, we got stuff popping off. And usually high impact USD news affects multiple pairs. So do keep that in mind. But yeah, so we're going to see how this goes. We're 2-0 so far for the day. We're 7-0 for the week. We're going to see how this trade goes. Indices, going to see how they react to those levels. We went over those levels and indices, gold, and all that in this live, as well as yesterday's live. So those that jumped in late, just rewind the live, and y'all be able to see what we're looking at or what I'm looking at and all that good stuff. Give me 1 second. My bad. Let's go back on the chart. I'll need y'all looking at the screen. But yeah, y'all, so pretty slow stream, but again, kind of anticipated that because all the stuff going down. So just going to be in this trade. Going to be back at it next week, y'all. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to follow me on both Instagram and TikTok. If you have any questions, want to contact me directly, DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. I respond to all messages. All right. And I hope y'all enjoy y'all's weekend and y'all enjoy today as well. And yeah, members, you already know in a couple hours, I'm going to be dropping the price watch list and all that good stuff. Yeah, I got some stuff to do. And yeah, I'll see y'all next week. Oh, my bad. I see a message. What I think of US30. I got you. So we can talk about US30 really quick before I hop off. You typed that just in time. I got you. I got you. All right. So US30, pretty much the same thing with all the indices. So just going to do a pretty simple analysis for you. All right. So if we look at US30, we see that we're bullish, right? And it's just crazy to see how this happened because those that was here, and if y'all just go to the streams from like Friday or even like Monday, March 23rd, or Friday, Monday or Friday 24th, and just see where we're at now. because we talked. Okay, that's a side note. My bad, getting sidetracked. But we basically talked about this when this was going on. That potential reversal was about to happen, and I'm just thinking in my head, like, man, what if I held that position from down here to where we're currently at now? But looking at US30, first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to naked chart because it'll make it a little bit cleaner to see what I'm talking about. So here we are clearly bullish, right? So I have a little, I don't know if I should say saying, slogan, mantra, whatever you want to call it, but we trade very simple over here because again, everything is, it comes down to numbers, but that's for a different that's a different topic and stuff like that. But if we're in an uptrend, everything's showing us buys, we're only going to look for buys. If we're in a downtrend, everything's showing us sells, we're only going to look for sells. So in this case, it's bullish, so we're only going to look for buys. But that aside, we have to look to the left still to see what's going on. So we have these levels of traffic here, which is what caused price to retrace this one day, and then it broke through because when price is either going to do one or two things, it's either going to go up or down. And it's going to do another one or two things. It's going to reject or break through these levels of traffic. So I did break through. So now it's attempting to try to hold above these levels, right? So that's what's going on. So now we're about to go on my chart that's marked up, and it's going to make things make a little bit more sense. All right. So now that we have it marked off, you can kind of see why price was doing what it was doing here and there, and whatever the case may be. So just to keep it simple, I'm not against the retracement. So the key levels I would look for is if price comes down and can hold 33,850 as a support level, we can look for a buy there. If price breaks below that, then I'd wait to see how price reacts to 33,000 like 710, right? But I wouldn't look for sells unless price breaks below and holds below 33,550. So anything above that, I'd look for buys. But right now, and then the level above that is 33 like 990. That's another good level. So those are the levels I'm looking at for US30. But besides that, I am looking for buys, but I am acknowledging and respecting the level of traffic to the left. So, but that's pretty much what I'm looking at for US30. So we're in a bullish uptrend still, but we do have a bunch of news going on. So it's either going to break through that level, or we could see a rejection to the downside. It's definitely possible. All right, so that's why it's not a coincidence that we're here. That's what they use the news events for, because they can't do those big moves that we see on smaller time frames, on the daily time frames, because the daily time frames, that's a lot of pips, that's a lot of dollars. There's a big, huge difference when price moves like that on the daily time frames, which is why they use the news as an excuse to be like, oh, you know, the reports came out and that's what caused this. And it's like, no, y'all wanted price to go there, but you understand that there's certain things you have to follow. So you use that as an excuse, but that's a whole other topic. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. So before we hop off, we're going to look back at GA, all right? Because I know we're in slight right now, but again, we explained this what's going down. I don't know why my trading view looks like that, but you know, it's all good. So we're going to go back to this. So we're back red. So we're going to talk about this really quick. Back here. All right. So again, this is why it's important to look at the chart. Again, it's a 50 pip stop loss. You should have read the disclaimer by now because I posted that disclaimer a long time ago before we entered this trade. But the main things I want to just point out is, again, looking at GA, we did a huge drop to the downside. We literally broke through all these levels, and we're right at this point where price stays underneath here. It just broke the trend, right? And if you don't know how to read trends or signs to look for on how to identify trends, I got a video for that. And I also got a video on how to read candlesticks. All right, these are very important. This video, this was from either a one-on-one session or a Zoom meeting with one of my members or students, but I go over a bar replay in real time on gold, I believe, a real-time example of the trend changing and what to look for and how to identify that. Again, this is a pretty early, but it did the move very quickly. So if we can hold this level like we were watching it was, we can look for a sell here. But there's this level above that could try to touch to kind of cancel out and fill up the imbalance before doing the move for the news. So it could during the news. So there's a few situations. We can hit some TPs, and then before the news, we can see reversal, or during the news, it can spike this level and then drop down, or it can hold this level and then rip to the downside. So that's really the three scenarios that can happen right here with this pair. Give me 1 second. All right, so I just sent that video. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Going to be just chilling right now. Like I said, we're 7-0 for the weeks. Well, no, we're 9-0 technically because me and the members took 2 trades last night. We entered EJ and then we entered EA last night. We hit multiple TPs on both those trades. We're in this trade currently. We're going to see if we can make it 10-0 and 3-0 for the day. And yeah, that's pretty much it. In a couple of hours, members, you already know I'm going to give you the price watch list. But if price doesn't do anything too crazy, I might wait till after the news like I did that other day. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just going to see what happens here. Always hold to S or TP gets hit. We see it is trying to push to the downside. So yeah, that's about it. So let me catch you to the comments. Make sure I'm not missing anything. All right. We're going to be back at it next week. Same time, London session 3 a.m. EST. And before we hop off, let's see, is there anything to anticipate next week? No, it looks like we're back to normal business. A lot of stuff going down Friday, though, a lot of PMI events. So, but that's pretty normal. Fridays and Thursdays is usually high impact news days. And look here, Thursday we have FOMC members speaking again. But it's a lot cleaner than past couple weeks. And like I said in yesterday's live, I can't remember if it was during London session or the New York session live, but the first 2 weeks of a new quarter and new month are always a bunch of reports coming out from the previous month and the previous quarter. All right, so we got a few minutes before the next 15 starts, but we are dropping back down. So we're going to see what the next 15 looks like. Not on stream, though, because I'm about to hop off. But y'all enjoy this weekend. I'll see y'all next week.